Hello, Internet, and welcome to a first look at Sevencore. I'm Magic Man. We're going to take a peek at this game. This is brought to you by NORIA, published by our friends at G Potato. And I'm going to go dark here as I enter my 4-digit pin real quick. Alright, so this is a free-to-play, upcoming. Right now it's in closed beta. There's a closed beta weekend going on now. So that may be over by the time you watch this video, but at least it'll prep you up for the open beta, which should be coming soon. So this is a free-to-play MMORPG with sci-fi, fantasy kind of mix all in there. We're going to spend about 15-20 minutes checking out the game, getting a feel for it, just giving you some first impressions overall. So let's start with character creation. Now, normally, for the last few first looks that I've gotten to do, there's not too much to speak about for character creation. Not the case here. Those of you that like Aeon or Ion, whatever you prefer, and that character creator, you've got a ton of sliders to go through. So first off, you're going to pick from one of 3 races. The Scion civilization, very scientific advancement based. The Einher, which are big brute guys, and the Nook, which are kind of like the equivalent of elves. Very mysterious and chakras and magic and things like that. No gender locking. You can be both for any of the races. Doesn't matter. This one, well, that would make breeding rather odd. And then this one, Scion's not too bad. So we're going to jump in and just create a character real quick here. So we'll pick Scion. Now, you've got 3 classes. Your warrior, obviously, that's going to be either your double-bladed or your big blade, your two-hander, tank, or DPS spec, depending on which of the 2 you decide to use. Gunner, ranged physical damage, wielding dual pistols, or you can be with artillery, using a heavy, big launcher. We'll take a look at that in just a second. And the mage, of course, staffs, wands, ranged magic damage, healing, things like that, dots, stuff like that. So let's jump in. We'll create a gunner. Now here's the actual customizing aspect of the game, of the character creation. You've got sliders galore, and they are noticeable. Let's take a look at the height. Yeah, pretty wide range of sizes there. Head does the same. Nice. Back width. Really? So okay, so distance across the shoulders. Well, that looks like a contortionist. Up, there's one. There's your chest creator. Yep, pretty typical there for anybody that wants to have some fun with that. So you can go all through these sliders and really create some bizarre-looking characters. Max out some of the proportions and then minimize some of the other ones. It's wow. You've got all the customization that you could ask for as far as the character's body type. Nice. Big Amazon woman. Faces, things like that. There's only a couple presets. 5 presets for the faces. How many for the hair? We've got 12, looks like. And then you can pick your various equipment that you can view them as well. So there's your dual wielding. There's your artillery, which Damina loved this. The big artillery weapon with the smallest character possible. Looks kind of ridiculous. The weapon doesn't scale to the character. So, come on, sliders, go. I don't want to be in character creation forever. They don't scale to the character. They maintain the same size, so that looks pretty fun. What else do we got? Yep, another artillery, and, oh, the Dark Blood patch. Nice. Honey, you can just stand up. That's okay. Yep. Wow. Not much to the imagination there. Of course, we got to give this... Yeah, that's what I thought. So we're just going to randomize this and head on back. I've got a character created, Magic Woman, that's a gunner. We're going to jump in with her. You can have fun for hours making your characters. You can make some pretty absurd looking designs, so have some fun with that. I'm sure we'll see YouTube videos on people trying to get the oddest body type. Now I'm gonna skip ahead here and jump back into my gunner, who's level 25, level 26. Normally I don't do that for a first look, but when you start playing Sevencore, about the first 10 to 12 levels are in a training area. So I'm not going to bore you with the training area of the game. We're going to jump in, and I've already been through the major city and through one or two of the zones for questing. So right off the bat, let's talk about a couple neat aspects of the game. The first is your companions here. Now very early in the game, you're going to get an egg of some type that you can take and hatch to make your companion. I got the bug one. In the closed beta, there was the bug, there was the wolf, and then there was a like a yak-looking thing. Now the the companion levels with you as long as you have it out, and once it hits level 10, you're actually able to mount up with that character or that companion. Now the companion will also attack as well. You can set it to auto attack. I normally have not for the beta so far, but you can see that we can make an attack here. UI, pretty much standard stuff that you're used to. You've got your hotbars at the bottom, your chat on the left, health bars and everything in the upper right. Now the game is currently, I haven't had any issues running it on max settings, but some people have had some issues. And the only real gripe I have with the performance at max settings is it really doesn't matter. The far clip isn't exactly stellar. You see these things kind of all of a sudden pop into view. But other than that, can't really complain. The graphics are what they are. It's a typical fantasy-based game with a little bit of sci-fi thrown in. Now, as a gunner, I really haven't had any problems leveling solo. There are quests that are designed for more than one person, and we'll talk about that when we get to questing. Come on, magic bug. Let's do this. Cash shop, nothing to speak of right now. It's not created, so I can't take you in there and show you anything. It is Gallinet, G-Potato, so I'm sure, you know, there's probably going to be some aspect of the cash shop that somebody doesn't like. There tends to be a good deal of back and forth about most of their games as well, so I'm sure there's probably going to be some aspect in there. So questing, it's pretty typical. You're kill 10 of these, escort this dude here, and come back and do this, and then I'll give you another quest. Pretty standard fare. However, there are, it's not like those games where it's go into the town, pick up 15 quests, go do the 15 quests, come on back, get 15 more, and go, and you do a constant back and forth, back and forth. That's not to say that there aren't aspects of the questing that do that have you going back to town, but for the most part they keep you moving from objective to objective throughout a zone. You'll start in one area, the quest will lead you to the next, which will lead you to the next, which will lead you to the next, and you'll keep bouncing from quest hub to quest hub. You'll notice the green exclamation points on the map there are repeatable quests, and there's quite a few of them. I hate repeatables and dailies, but I will tell you, if you're playing the game, it is probably worth picking them up after you've done them. You know, after you kill 10 raptors and you turn them in, you get the repeatable to kill 10 raptors. It's usually worth picking it up and doing it again at least once, because most likely the story part of the quest that keeps moving you along is going to have you back in that area anyway. Sorry, my elevator. Bye. So questing's pretty typical fare. They'll lead you to your instances. The first one's actually right in that water down there, Trial of Heroes, which you'll hit at about level 22-ish. Here's one quest I wanted to take you to because it's a little different. So we'll take a peek. This is the Raceway, and I got a quest that led me here. And inside I had 3 or 4 different quests I could do. They were all repeatable, so we'll go and do one. I thought it was a nice little break, and it also was pretty organic. It fit in the environment. Oh my god, we got music. There's not a lot of music in most parts of the game, so get used to silence and hearing your abilities a lot. Really? That didn't seem to do anything. Nice. Alright, so we'll go to the time attack hard. This is another type of mount that you can get in-game, these mechanical type mounts. While you're hatching the eggs for the other mounts, you can also craft mechanical mounts. Now, I don't have any of them yet, but you can do that in-game as well. So there's a pretty wide variety. You'll go from riding animals to riding machines. Let's go, guys. There's also versions of this quest where I shouldn't have stopped to look back at them. There's also versions of this quest where you will attack things as you're zooming around the cart course here. You'll have to attack training dummies and things like that. And I hope that this is an aspect, like these little offshoot type quests, I hope this is something that they do some more of later in the game as well. This was just the first one that I happened to come across, and I really should not have stopped to look back at those guys. Normally, this is just a quick smoke 'em, it's no big deal. So we're gonna take the side road here. And that was bad timing. I am not gonna make this. My speed is not on cooldown. Come on, it's not off a cooldown yet. This is not gonna be good. Come on. And I'm off the course. Damn. Well, I'll finish, but it won't be in record time. This will give me a chance to see if the status that the quest giver tells you all the time is the same. The last time I completed this, she told me that I was in the top 50 testers. So we'll see if that changes now that all the NPCs beat me because I tried to showboat for you guys and turn around and mock the NPCs. You'll have no problem beating these 3 quests. But I just wanted to show it to you because it is a nice little break, but it didn't feel like it was something that didn't belong. It was forced. I was actually kind of impressed the way they implemented this. I don't even get to talk to her. All right, fine, be that way. Goodbye, hover riders. Shout out to ZX, who was on the game and chatting with me and giving me their impressions of the game. I promised that I would give a shout out, so there it is. ZX was doing some leveling and enjoying some Sevencore as well. In talking to other players, there's not much, at least so far in the game. The closed beta is capped at level 60, so you can't go beyond there, but the actual release of the game is supposed to have about 100 levels, so significant content that we just won't have access to. In talking to other players, and in particular ZX and a few other players, if you like World of Warcraft and that style, you're probably going to enjoy this game, if nothing more than... Really? Can I get a GM here for stupid spawn? You'll probably enjoy the game because it feels like a World of Warcraft, that type of combat. A little more fluid. You are able to move and attack at the same time. But it's got that World of Warcraft feel where you just keep bouncing from quest to quest to quest to quest. It is a quest grind. So if you're not into that, I'd personally rather have a quest grind than a mob grind any day. But there's some people that aren't into the quest grinding. If you're not, then this probably is not the game for you. It is quest grinding. Open world PvP is supposed to exist, does not yet, but guilds are able to declare war on each other and fight anywhere they see other guild members. So at least you've got that aspect of world PvP right now in the beta, but you are supposed to have world PvP events as well. That's a pretty nice visual there. I mean, graphics aren't top-notch, but run smooth. Can't complain for a closed beta. Ah, I have 12 now. So here's the deal. There's a turn system in here, and we're used to seeing that free gift every hour type thing. There's that yak mount. That free gift every hour, or every 5 hours, or whatever. What this does is every hour you play, you get a turn, and they can stack up to 12 of them. When you redeem them, based on how many turns you get, the better quality item you'll get as well. Now, this is also important for guild leveling. Guilds level based on the number of turns turned in by the actual guild members. And the leveling of the guild can determine things like your guild size, how many guild members you can have. So right now I've got Guild MMOBomb, which I am the only member of. I only created the guild so that I could spend my turns. And we're going to redeem all 12 and see if we can't get a badass item for the video here. I got supply box level 3. Alright, let's go take a look. Box contains supplies. Right click to open. I have no inventory space. So if there's more than one supply in here, you know, just start dumping stuff. I don't want to dump fabric. I need that for a quest. I need these impures, so we'll keep those too. Open box, and what'd I get? Really? I can't even wear light armor. Sorry, I'm a little bitter. There goes 12 turns down the drain. Another 12 hours. So we'll take a quest here. This is one of the repeatable ones. Got to defeat plunderers, spies, and report back to the rescue team leader. So 5 spies, 5 plunderers. Now the spies are a little bit of a pain in the rear. Whoops, I did not mean to. Because they disappear. So we'll freeze him down. We'll do a little nice spin shot here. We'll knock him back a little bit. And basically kind of just keep him away from us. Playing it ranged. I've actually really enjoyed the gunner. Some people were complaining about the gunner and how they were dying. And I don't know if it was just me, but I didn't die very often. Oh, but I'm about to now. You... Oh, dear... Oh, well, isn't that just ironic? Alright, so I don't have any consumables, apparently, to revive right here, so we got to go to the closest generator, which is probably, yeah, it's up on top of the mountain here, so not too far from where we were. This is where our quest is. I just wanted to fight something so that you guys could see some combat. Son of a... I find myself forgetting that I have a mount. It's probably because you get it very, very early, and you can just bounce off of him and have him start attacking something. Up here you've got your consumables for potion. Well, what is a potion and a mana potion, but they're keeping with the whole. It's sci-fi, it's fantasy, it's a different world, it's whatever. We've got double bugger burgers here. We've also got the next step up from that is the sausages or the bratwurst there. Now, we used to have, when we first started leveling, bottles of vanilla soda, and they were bottles of Coke. I mean, even the image looked like a Coca-Cola bottle. But you can queue them up here and toggle a percentage to automatically have it use those. I was talking to another player as well. I can't remember the name. I feel so bad. Slick something. I don't remember. And we both kind of agreed that one of the big problems with the game so far is the consumables. They go by so fast, and you don't even know it, because just about everything takes mana and whatnot. All right, so we're gonna. Apparently, it took dying to reset my sound, which is now off. And this time we'll send our little pet in so that you can see him in action. Not doing too hot. Actually getting frickin' owned. Really? I couldn't pull aggro? I just didn't have the time. Also doesn't help that I put him up against a 29. So to bring your pet back, yup, it's another consumable. Use these syringes. And where is my... Where? Oh, there he is. There, now he's been revived, and I can summon him again. So it's all about the consumables in this game, at least right now in the closed beta. All in all, I'm kind of digging it. I have fun playing it. I ran the first instance, which is a 2-man deal. You could probably solo it. I did solo it, but the problem is it's a time-based thing as well when you're doing the actual quests for it. So go in with 2. You can probably solo it with most of the classes, probably not all, but most of them. But go in with 2 because you are on a timer the first time to get those quests done. So all in all, guys, that's Sevencore. I'm kind of enjoying it. It feels like most other MMOs as far as the controls, the scheme, the way it's set up. I mean, you can get things to point you exactly where the quest goes. No hyperlinking, so you do actually have to do a little searching now and then, even with the arrow showing you which way to go. I can't say that the game does anything extraordinarily new. I like some of the integrated features like the racing and the odds and end quests that feel pretty organic to the environment. I like some of the things that they're talking about doing. The chat filter sucks ass right now. It's awful. And the GMs have noted that and said it's something they're working on. But in the closed beta, you can't. Here, I'll show you. Here, we'll just do a little shout. Look, I'm gonna call a GM. No, I'm not. Wait, well, I can't even call a GM. Well, how about if I want to tell somebody what class I am? Nope, I can't do that either. So the chat filter is a bit ridiculous, and one of the things that they pretty much have to change because it's tough to communicate even talking about your own class or your own abilities. If there's any semblance of what they deem to be an obscene word within a word, it automatically edits them out. So yeah, try type in cities. Yeah, it gets edited too. So it's Sevencore. If you guys took a peek at it, put your comments below. Tell us what you thought of the game. Are you going to be playing it when it moves to open beta? That's a hidden clue, but not the one I need for my quest yet. If you played, tell us what you thought about it. Make sure while you're down there, you give us a thumbs up, like it, rate the video, put a little comment down there. Come on over to MMOBomb.com. We've got some great new shows there for you to check out, as well as the previously existing shows, free-to-play cast. Check out Spunkify's 4 and Fridays. We've got 2 new shows that are getting ready to launch as well, so make sure you come and check those out as well. Until next time, guys, stay safe. This is Magic Man. And I'll see you on the servers.